All right, I'm going to take a little different approach today. I'm going to ask a lot of people questions, and then at certain points, I'm going to let you and your group try to figure it out as well. All right, so I'm going to start with number 30. All right, start with number 30. Determine the smallest integer that makes that true. Do you guys know what it means by integer? Positive or negative, whole number, and zeros included too. All right, so no decimal here, positive or negative, whole number makes that true. All right, I'm going to leave this up to you guys here. What do you want to do first? Okay, what do you want to do first? Here you go, 7. What do you want to do first up there? Okay, everyone go ahead and combine your negative 3x and negative 5x. Combine like terms on the left side, rewrite it. And again, I see some of you have already tried this out. That's awesome. All right, maybe you can write a couple other things down too as you go along, maybe you didn't think about. When you combine your like terms, what do you end up with, 22? Yep. Plus 7 less than 15. Everyone good? All right, next up, here you go. Let's keep this train going. I want to hear from everyone here. 15. Subtract the 7 over. Go ahead, everybody. Negative 8x is less than 8. Got it? Next up, 23. Guys, 17. Okay, next up. Okay, divide by negative 8. All right, here's where you may forget already, but bells and whistles should be going right now. Bells and whistles going off here. I am dividing by what? Negative. Negative. Anybody remember back in the day what happens? Divide by a negative, Josh? Sign flips. Anytime you divide or multiply by a negative number, you flip your sign. So this will be x is not less than, but greater than negative 1. All right, so we solved it. X is greater than negative 1. What's the smallest integer now that makes sense here? Can I use negative 1? Can I use negative 1? Is negative 1 greater than negative 1? Oh boy. It's equal to. Is there an or equal to here? So I can't use negative 1. What's the next smallest one then that I could possibly use that makes sense if I plug it in here? Don't say a word. 22? Okay, 1 does work. You skipped over 1 though. 0. 0 works here. Is 0 greater than negative 1? Yeah, hey, remember your old number line? Here's negative 1. Anything to the right will be greater than it. 0. That's the first one. All right, so x is going to be equal to 0, the smallest one. Yes, Caitlin.
So if that were to be division, like up there with the negative 8, and then you're dividing with the x, would you, when you multiply it back, would it, you flip the sign also?
Say that again?
So if instead of multiplication it was division.
Where negative 8?
Negative 8x.
So you're saying maybe it would have been x over negative 8?
Yeah.
Something like that, and you still flip it.
Okay.
Yes, divide or multiply by a negative number. Okay, divide or multiply by a negative number. Other questions? Because this next one's going to take a couple more minutes here. Okay, we're going to 35. I'm going to pass some straight edges around. We're going to share them. You just got to kind of share them within. You guys aren't really in any groups because I had to pass those around. I had a quiz last period, so. Okay, here we go. Woo! Online electronic store, yeah. At least 2,500 worth of printers and computers. Printers cost $50, computers cost $500. The store can ship a maximum of 50 items per day. Ooh, graph a system of inequalities. So we need two, greater than, less thans, or equal tos as well. What are my two products here? Printers and computers. So I need some variables here. Preferably now, I know you see computers and printers, so you maybe want to pick C and P, but we're graphing though. So maybe a little bit better idea would be what? X and Y, definitely, if we're graphing. Okay. So I'll get you started. It doesn't matter. It's not going to matter which one you choose which, but I'd rather stay on the same page. Here you go. I have X as printers, and I have Y as computers. And again, could you switch those? Sure, that's fine. I just want to be consistent throughout the class. All right, here you go. Let's start getting some help here. 25? 25? Ready, Hannah? Okay. First thing you come across, Hannah, is they have to sell at least $2,500 worth of merchandise here. All right. How much does a printer cost? $50. So I'm going to go 50x. How much do the computers cost? 500. Why? Add them up, and they got to sell how much? At least 2,500. So what type of inequality symbol do you think I should put here if they had to sell at least? And now at least means what? 2,500 or more. So what inequality symbol should I put up there? Perfect. Nice job. Greater than or equal to 2,500. But they said a system, so that means I need one more equation. So where's that other equation going to come from? They got to sell a max of 15 items. Maximum 15. 27. Ready to go? Hunter? Okay, 27. Well, what are my items? What did I call printers? X. What did I call computers? I can only ship a maximum of 15, which means what? 15 or? So what symbol should I put up here? Can I sell 15? Or equal to. Good. Less than or equal to 15. You guys take a look up there. Any questions on where those two equations are coming from before we have to graph them? Okay, you guys probably don't want to graph unless it's solve for what? Solve for Marco? Solve for y, right? All right. The one on the right there is a little easier to solve for y. What do I have to do with the x? Subtract it over. Ready? So this will be y less than or equal to, what's on the other side when I subtract x now? Here you go, 13. What's on the other side? I'm moving the x over by subtracting. So what should I write here on the right side? Well, hold on. I just moved the x, Emma. That's it. So negative x, what's still over here? Okay. Let's work on graphing that first. All right, let's work on graphing this one first. All right. Notice where on the y-axis do you have to graph first? And this is going to take a little longer. 19, where on the y-axis do I have to graph first? Where's 19? Not here. Perfect. How about 24? Okay, ready, Xavier? What's my y-intercept here? 15. So everyone, I got to go on the y-axis up at 15. And you can go by ones here if you count. You got enough space. All right, so go ahead. Go by ones. 1, 2. Oh, boy. Second. I'm going to go right there. How do I get other points on this graph now? How do I get other points? What's the slope of this line? 4. What's the slope of this line? Not here? Or is that you, stud? Let's go roll. What's the slope of this line? Well, negative. There's no x in slope. It's always a number. So negative 1. So where should I be going to graph more points now, Sam? Down one to the right one, down one to the right one. Let's see it, everyone. Let's see it. And a couple things here. There should be no arrows on your graph. All right, there should be no arrows on your graph, and it should not be extended past the X and the Y axes because we're not getting into any negative computers or printers, are we? All right, so we're just... There we go. We got it graphed. All good. Wait for some people to catch up. Everyone's all right? Okay, now this next one I'm going to need a lot more help with. That was easy to get Y by itself in graph. What about this beast? What do you have to move over first? Here we go, 5. What do you have to move over first? How, Emily? Okay, everyone subtract the 50x over. 500y greater than or equal to negative 50x plus 2500. And if some of you think I forgot something on the line, I do it at the end. Okay, so if you're wondering, why didn't he do the next part? I do it all at the end. Okay, here's where I'm at. Subtracting the 50 over. What do I do with that 500 to get it out of there? Yeah, 17. Here we go. How do I get that 500 over the other side if it's being multiplied by y? Divide everything by 500. Hope everyone has a calculator ready to roll for me right now. Y greater than or equal to. I need you to reduce that. Negative 50 over 500, please. Negative 50 over 500. Because, hey, I can tell you this. I'm not going down 50 over 500. No chance. All right, I need to simplify that sucker. All right, there's no chance I'm going down 50 to the right 500 spaces. Good luck. What's that reduced down to? 1. What's that reduced down to? Okay, I can go down 1 over 10. I think I can handle that. And then 2,500 over 500. What do you got for me, Jack? Thank you. Plus 5. All right, time to graph it. What's the y-intercept? Here you go, 26. What's my y-intercept up here? We got a 26 today or no? No 26? 26? Is that you, Josh, or no? Hi. What's my y-intercept? 5. Everyone go ahead, graph 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the slope of this line so I can graph a couple more points? What's the slope? 7. Slope? What? I don't want to go decimals. Down 1 to the right 10, and it fits perfectly on the graph. All right, down 1 over 10, down 1 over 10. Go ahead, everybody. 0.1. 1, 2, 3. It's too much. Too much. Okay, we all good? All right, let's finish this up. What have I not done yet? Labeled, and this is an inequality one, so what do I have to do with all my inequalities? Shade. I got a shade, right? So let's go back to the negative x plus 15. This is less than, so should I shade above or below? If it's less than, I should shade below. I don't know. I got to understand how you guys learn this part. So you guys tested a point. Okay, that's fine. So go ahead and let's test 0, 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 15? Is that a true statement? Yes, so what I want to shade towards 0, 0 with this brown line here. And you guys are allowed to use colored pencils if you want on the Regents exam for something like this. So I'm going to shade below that line. And now what about this line we just finished graphing? Ready? Everyone, is 0 greater than or equal to, what's going to happen when I plug in 0 here? You get 0, so 5, is 0 greater than or equal to 5? Is that a true statement? No, so do I want to shade above or below the line I just graphed? Here you go, 16, above or below the line I just graphed? Because 0, 0 didn't work. So I don't want this to be part of it. I want to go above. And there's really no sense of me doing this, but I will. Where is your shaded region? Never mind. I just gave it away. Where's your solution set? Where they overlap each other, yes. And you want to put a nice S right there so we know where that region is. And then finally here, last part of this question, determine a combination of printers and computers that will allow the electronics store to meet all those requirements up top. So I'm asking you, give me a darn point up here. Give me a point that is without a shadow of a doubt in that solution set. 10? 4, 6? Okay, he gave me 4, 6. What's the 4 represent? What's the 6 represent? 4 what? 6 what? 3? 4 printers, 6 computers. Go ahead. Still not done though, but go ahead. Was my next comment. Is we still, anytime there's 2 on 1, 2 graphs on 1, we have to at least label one of them. Yes. So whatever one you want to label. And we're still not done though. Everyone see that word right there? Explain. You need to write a little statement that says, why did you pick 4, 6? All right. Anytime you see explain, you need to write a sentence or two explaining where your answer came from. In words. In words. So Matt, why'd you pick 4, 6? Makes the equation work, and it was in the what? 4, 6 is in the solution set, or the shaded region. Everyone focus here, eyes up here. Explain, you got to write in words why you did what you did. You see that term? Your work is good enough. Okay, that's the difference between those two. Justify, the work is good enough. Explain, why did you set them equal to each other? Why did you pick 4, 6? All right, in words, write me a couple sentences. Any questions on this big dog one? Because the other ones will go a lot quicker now. Questions? .29 with good old Dylan. This kind of runs into yesterday's question that we did together. All right, invest in a savings account, 1.6 rate, no deposits, 2 years. What's the value of the account in 2 years? All right, I'll give you the formula. You're going to help me fill it out. Here's the formula I need anytime we're talking about interest rate. Y equals, and I don't know if you use this or not, y equals AB to the x. Does that look familiar at all? No, not at all. Did you guys have a different formula then that I should know about or no? Just winged it? Okay, well, you have a formula now, and I'm giving it to you. Okay? Anytime we're talking about bank accounts, interest rates, here's the formula I'm using. It is a very easy formula to use. Everyone ready? The A value is your initial amount. And I totally screwed that one. NITIAL. Initial amount. What? Okay. Sure. X is your time. And B I'm saving to last because that's a little bit different. B, here's your B value. It's going to be either 1 plus the rate or it's going to be 1 minus the rate. Anybody know which one to use depending on the problem? Matthew? If something's increasing every time, you're going to do 1 plus the rate. If it's decreasing every time, 1 minus the rate. What about this one here? Which one would I use here? You got money in the bank. I don't think we lose money, correct? All right, so we're increasing. All right, here we go. Initial amount. Let's hear it. Killing me. Emma, pick a number. 1. Jack, what's my initial amount?
600.
Times. What'd you guys tell me? This is increasing, right? 1 plus the rate. Hey, the rate's 1.6, but absolutely not. No. Not when you plug it into an equation. You need it in decimal form. So 1.6, please, in decimal form. Jack. Number. 27. 1.6 as a decimal. Thank you. How about my time? Hunter, give me a number. 17. Raised to the, what's my years? There you go. Now it's all calculator. That's it. Nothing else fancy. Just remember the formula. Y equals AB to the X. A is your initial amount. B is going to be 1 plus or 1 minus your rate. Raised to the time we're talking about. And we're going nearest cent. Nearest cent. Anthony, need a number? 10? Thank you, sir. Look good? Pretty, hey, we know that formula. These problems are pretty, that's like free points. Just give me some free points. Speaking of free points, how about 26? This one, if you have not tried it out yet, you and the people around you right now, I'll give you about 3 minutes because that's all this one should take, really. Okay, come up with an equation for f of x to represent the money he collected. So f of x equals, you and your group, talk it over, or if you want to try it on your own, or maybe if you have already, go right ahead. That represents this problem. All right, let's see what you guys came up with here. Let's get it back. Let's get it back. Nope. Matt already went. Let's see. Matt would be a number 8 guy. 8. 650x, because 650 represents the adult tickets. That's x. Yep, plus. Okay. Nice job. Didn't want to do 4 times 12. And I just say that I think they would accept that one, Fiona. I really do. And there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't say in the directions to simplify it, so I wouldn't see anything wrong with either equation up here. Okay. You guys good here? Any issues? Free 2 points. And here's a sticking point. You're going to get 1 point if you don't put the f of x equals. If you just write 650x plus 48, that's only going to be a point out of 2, unfortunately. All right. And there goes your 100, right? You got a 99 now. All right, I'm going for it. 24, the last multiple choice. I don't know if they go easiest to hardest. I have no idea, but this is the last one, so I guess it should be the hardest one, right? Little Natasha, little school celebration. She's going to have a little live music with the band. Nice. That's a $750. That's an expensive band. And a little caterer. Snacks and drinks. That's cute. $225 a person. She wants to keep her average cost to $275 to $325. How many people must attend? This is a tough one. I'm not going to lie. This was tough. I had to stop and think here for a couple minutes too. And then I had to figure out how I was going to present this to you here. All right, here's the easiest way. She wants to keep costs between $275 and $325, right? Everyone agree? So let's talk about those 2 extremes right now. I don't care about anything in the middle. I care about those 2 extremes. If she goes with $2.75 a person on average, how much does it cost for the food per person? Or the snacks and drinks per person? How much does it cost per person? $2.25. So if she spends $2.75 and it's $2.25 a person, how much is she going to have left over for every person? How much is she going to have left over? 50 cents, and she's still got to worry about the what? What haven't we talked about yet? The band, which is how much? $7.50, and she's got 50 cents a person. Can you find me how many people must be invited for $2.75 if she has 50 cents a person, $750 for the band? Can you find out how many people must be invited then? What are you guys doing with $7.50 and 50 cents? Dividing them, yep. So you have $7.50 divided by 50 cents. How many people? 1,500. She's got to invite 1,500 people to pull that off at $2.75. What if she went $3.25 a person? Still charging $2.25 a person. How much money does she have left over now for every one person? She's got $1. All right, so if she charges $3.25 a person, she's going to have $1 left over for every person. So how many people must she invite to cover the band then? 750 people. Okay, so she can, to cover this, if she wants to do this right here, to charge $2.75 to $3.25, she's got to invite at least anywhere between 750 and 1,500 people. Okay? Does everyone see that? I find how much money is left over for the band in each case, and then off of that, find how many people I have to invite. We okay? Let's see, do I have time for the next one? Yeah, I do. Here you go, 19, everyone. I don't know if you did this or not this year. You should have, but solving for a different letter? No? Okay, Emma, thank you. You know, the fact that they tell you the free-falling object, great. It's the equation, and which variable am I solving for here? What is What is t? So I need your help getting t all by itself. All right. Let's see if Matt, what number would you have picked? Because you were out. I needed a number. 3 off. 5? Who's 5? Ready, Emily? I got to get the t by itself. So I need your help, Emily, getting the 1/2 and the a out of here. Let's get the 1/2 out of there. How do I get the 1/2 out of there? Well, there's no addition up here, though. So it's all multiplication. Okay, I could divide it by a half, and we talked earlier today, if you don't want to divide by a half, what could I multiply by? 2. All right, so that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get the 1/2 out of there first. Emily, give me a number. 24? Okay, ready? What's left on the left side, Xavier? 2d. And what about now on the right side? At squared. Still solving for t. So it looks like I got to get the a out of there now. How do you get the a out of there? Number. 18. How do I get the a out of there? Divide by a. Let's go. Divide by a, everybody. Tom, number. 23. Another number. 29. 8. What's left here, Fiona? Rewrite it for me. Over equals t squared. Number. 14. How do I get the squared out of there? Square root of both sides. So finally, number, Marco. 2. T will be equal to?
The square root of 2d over a.
There you go. 2d over a. Okay, as you guys are going to walk out today, I'm going to put your new Regents up there, which should be the August 2015 Regents, and you can grab it on your way out. Go, guys, on your way out. August 2015. Bye, guys.